It's Gabriel Stockton, and we are live. But we post these, and just so you know, we do this every Wednesday. We've been doing it for some time now, and we have been looking at covered bridges because we're currently doing this Saturday workshop. So, we have room for a couple of you if you want to join us. So if you learned something here today, you can email me at gabrielstockton.fineart.com. If I'm offering an opportunity to, hey, welcome, some of you hopping on here. A few of you couldn't make it, and so you asked if you can get a recording, and I am willing to do that. We had a good time, and I'm getting back some of the paintings that people are doing, and I am super stoked. So today we are gonna look at some sketching. And some of these actual sketches are preparing those folks that are signed up for this Saturday. You know who you are. And Marie, speaking of, so Marie, we will actually be looking at getting this drawing ready for this Saturday. And we are gonna do a fun also pen and ink, and if we have time it'll be like a pen and ink, like a wash kind of thing. I think it's good to use your brushes often, but it doesn't hurt to develop your drawing skills. Hello from Battle Creek. Awesome. There's some new people going to be probably hopping on here with us today. I had a wonderful opportunity to do a private party painting session with and Eric. Hey, what's going on? Eric too. Yeah, I'll be preparing you also, Eric, for this Saturday, and whoever else wants to join us. So enough of looking at me. We will now go over here, and flip. There we are. So, got a little freshie here. Let's use a non so freshy cover. So you don't have a ruler. Don't worry. It's all good. Here's a piece of plexiglass. You might have something like this lying around. So what I'm gonna do here, and let me just adjust this without you seeing my fancy tennis shoes. Yeah, we're good. I want you to draw just a line like that, okay? And right over here is gonna be a little vanishing point. Okay, so we're looking at a little bit of perspective today. I want you to just draw a couple of lines where they kind of do this. And what I'm doing is they're radiating outward. Hey, Mike! Happy that you're here. So far, we got 6. Last week, we were up to like 30 something. That was pretty cool. So these are like fanning out, but the first one is like this. Okay. So, and hello, Lisa from Vegas. All right. So what I want to do is right here, I've got a vertical line. And we are basically, if I look at the building, or in this case, it is our little covered bridge. So this is our last series on covered bridges. We're moving on. If you want to learn something else next week, other subject matter, someone had posted flesh tones. We may do some flesh tones. So this cover bridge from the side kind of looks like this. And the people that are taking the workshop, they already have the photo reference, but I want to just look at just the side view of this thing first, and then we're gonna put it in a cool perspective. Okay, and then there's some water, and so we're kind of looking at that. So I'm gonna put this roof on here like so. Okay, and then that other side of the roof comes right about here. And then we got another vertical. Okay, like that. And there's an opening here. Okay. Now, how long are we gonna make this bad boy? Well, not too long. We'll just go right about here. So if that's my roof, you kind of want something similar. Now we do a vertical. Okay. I'm bringing this down just a touch more. That one touch more. And I can go back here and line that up like that. Okay. Right here, if I go back to this point, you guys know in that photo reference, there's a little open area. And right here. And if you don't have the photo reference, you're still fine. And you can still draw along with us. We're gonna have some verticals coming down right about here. Just make a pattern. It's nothing too fancy. Then I just want to X in between those two, like this, like this, like this. Now, yeah, if it's a commission, you better count them and get them all right and spaced. But we're just doing a fun pre-sketch of this thing. Now this is all wood paneling. This is all in, this is the lip, and this is all in the shade right here. Okay, this goes back, comes out there. Now there is an underneath here, so I'm gonna bring that line down right about there. And underneath here is this. So there's another lines coming out this way, but it's okay. You don't have to have them. It's all right. So this is all shadow, And I'm going to use a marker here in just a second. You'll see lots more. There's a dark area here, like this. And then underneath, there's some shrubs. And there's some water. There's some rocks. Okay, and then there's some other little rocks. And then some other little rocks. And then there's this thing right here called a reflection. That goes like that. So guess what? We come right here. We got that. So this is the underbelly. I'm going to go here. Like this. This is all shadows. This is the dark part here. We've got some rocks. This is coming like that. There's this wonderful stuff in here. Now, let's look at, some compositional things here. So, I'm going to get a marker. This is a Tombow green. And I'm going to break this up. And now look at how do I want the composition of this picture. I don't need that whole entire stuff in here. And I'm going to put 2 verticals. So I'm going to put this in a nice little vertical format. So this Saturday, we're going to be doing 1 vertical painting, a couple other good things, and a horizontal painting. It's always good to have both. So what did I just do? I just created my painting surface. So this is going to be a vertical painting. All right. And now I'm going to show you how this is going to be designed. So now I'm just going over this lovely quick sketch. I'm following those lines back. So this is perspective. This comes here. There's a little gap underneath here. This is nice and dark right here. And this is dark here. This is nice little dark gap right in there. And then there's this lovely bushes right in here. I like to just do the outline of the bush, and then I'm going to do these diagonal lines for some shading. See that? All right, so I'm going to take that same thing and I'm going to do that reflection. Now, this is water. This is a technical drawing of a shadow for all 13 of you, 12 of you. This is going to be a little wavy, not sharp. Don't want sharp things. And then this is going to be a little wavy, and it goes thicker coming towards us. This now gets dark because it's a shadow. This is coming right down like this. We're creating these little struts. It's good to do these little fun, good old pen and ink. You know, some of these artists would go on location and they didn't have a fancy camera or a phone. Back then, they just had just a good old piece of paper and a pencil, maybe some pen and ink if they were lucky. And now we're gonna come here. If I come like this, I get this angle. That's that wonderful thing right in there. There's this. And in the water, this is actually a little bit shorter. Okay. So we're seeing the underside. There's some really cool water right there. And here, underneath, this water kicks back. There's a couple of rocks and some shadows right in here, back there. And this stuff. There's some little bit of branches underneath. So I'm only inking in what's in the photo now. There's some rocks right in here. There's a nice little rock shape right in there. This comes down and there's that little gap like that. This little thing. And there's these little wonderful bits and pieces coming this way. Now, what about coming on down here? So, this part, there's some shadowing that goes like this. So this has got some nice shadow work. All right. And then this comes this way. And then we've got some nice shadow work. All right, like this. Now, what about that roof? Well, there does need to be a little shadow underneath here. Like that. So we're going to see that little piece coming here. Then our little X's. And it's in the water, so it's not super mechanical. Like that. Then there's that wonderful... Oh, I didn't even put it in there yet. There's a tree right here, which keeps us in the view of our painting. Like that. Yeah, buddy. And then, so we're going to put some of this dark stuff right here. And then there's this little shadow piece here. And what we should have is we should have a little shadow of this tree casting on our little building here. Okay, so just so it's not super confusing, I mean, I could erase all these lines, but what if I just oh, look at this, look at this, look at this. Hold on. I can take this little white piece of paper and bring that like that. Bring this little white... Oh, look at that cute couple. Oh, that's my lovely wife. All 13 of you now know who I am married to. If you're not following me on social media, that's fine. Oh, look at that cool picture. That's we've done that painting here before. And then are you seeing it? Are you seeing it? And there's that. So you could take a screenshot of that. And what we have here, friends, ladies and germs, what we have is, ooh, do you hear the rain out there? What we have is what I call, with the composition. So you have like composition, ABCs. Okay. There's like an A, or people call it the triangle. There's the H, or it lays down and looks like this, like choo-choo train tracks coming at you. There's the L, which is something nice and strong on one side, like a building with an awning, and that awning would be taller, and this lady's gonna go shopping in there, and that building can go even taller, and she just parked her car right over here, and so this is a nice L. This is not any of the ABCs, because we have other designs called like radials, that everything is pointing to this little dot. And in this case, we have what's called the keyhole, which you've seen this thing, hopefully. This is a skeleton key. It's in old homes, and there is this thing here, and it's not about the faceplate. It's about looking into that faceplate, and then when you're looking in the faceplate, you probably were a little kid supposed to be taking a nap, but you were looking to see who's out there talking, and you're looking through there. And in here, we're looking through. So maybe there's like a cute little canoe right here with some fishermen. And you gotta learn the rules before you break the rules. Okay? So it's not quite dead center, but it's sure getting darn close. But when we have a covered bridge, there's kind of things going on. So there's a reflection under that. And there's these people. All right. So that's one painting we're going to be doing this Saturday. If you want to join us, we got room for you. Let's look at another composition. So we're here every Wednesday at 6 p.m. Pacific time. Which you know because you're here, all 14 of you and all 8 thumbs up. Thank you so much. My name's Gabriel Stockton. Yep. We got another one here. So, again, I pre-did this homework. I would not be a good YouTube channel if I did not plan out what I wanted to teach you. So you can do this nerd stuff. See, there's that vanishing point. But I like to do this loose and painterly, but I'm showing you how I got this perspective of this. So now this canvas is the second one we're gonna do, which is a horizontal picture is going to make you feel very relaxed. Okay, this should look nice and strong and sitting on the structure because it's that lovely vertical. This should now feel relaxing. And I guess I could have showed you the photo reference, but it was charging. So we're looking at something like this. This is what we'll be painting this Saturday. I will show you how to paint this wonderful scene. And the other one is this. Do you see that? That's how we get that perspective. We were doing this. See how it's lopped off? We don't see the front. See this over here? We don't see this guy. Okay? But I will draw for you because you guys are my favorite. You keep showing up here every week. And you wonderful people that are letting me know that you're watching the replay. Hi. Say hello. You know I answer back. All right. So our other demonstration is going to be this. And what we're looking at, there's a nice dark right under here. Okay. There's another nice dark here. I like using the markers sometimes because you're already used to drawing or writing with a pencil. Now, these are gonna get taller right in here. And then this thing is coming here, this following that line, like this, like that. Hey, from India, welcome. There's some shadowing here. So put some shadows here. And there's some shadows coming across this way. We're putting these values to establish this really fun structure. If we can do this nice and simple as a drawing, the painting should feel a lot easier. Okay. Maybe not. You're like, I gotta work on drawing too, Gabriel. I'm not a good watercolorist, and I'm not a good drawer and draftsman, and I really flunked grade school at painting Crayolas, and I loved last week. We said a word that's rarely used because of my lack of words, and we said gooder last week, and I love how that got so much response. So who knows? Maybe we might have another fun term. I like this nice little dark here in the foreground. You know, if you draw something a few times, the only thing that's going to happen is A, you're going to get better at drawing. B, you're going to understand the subject. There's a nice little dark underneath our bridge right here. There's a nice chunk of dark right in there. There's this dark right in here. And I'm going to do it. This looks much more interesting if we do these lines coming towards us. Why? Because this, we did one time a barn. And this barn is interesting because it's got one window and then maybe two windows over there. And we have the rows of corn coming towards us. And that feels like this is kind of spreading here. And we need another cast shadow underneath our barn. Maybe there's some other bellows. Now there's some lovely textures right in here. And maybe now there's a tree that's right here, like this. Okay, and now right here we've got a fence post that is there, but they get smaller as they go back. Again, there's another fence post here, and then they get smaller going back like this. And this is much more interesting to look at, right? As opposed to if someone just did a barn. And they did the rows like this. How boring is that? It's like Snoring Lane. But I can save my hiney by making this my backside. I can make that one thicker, this one not as thick, a little thinner, and going on back. Now these ones are kind of on this little line, so I'll do that same thing here. The posts legs get longer. Now I've got to have some shadows like this. All right. Look how much more distance we get with that one. That was a very big explanation for a reason why I just did that. All right, we've got a shadow under here. That way we got some wonderful light under here. Well, guess what? There's some shadowing right here. Look at that. And then there's a tree, and this tree is going to come here and over and down and across like this. And then typically I do this with a pencil, but I'm keeping them all in that same direction. You see that? But there is some, hey lid, this lid just was like running away. All right, there are those little cross beams. I'm gonna do these ones first, and then I'm gonna come back. This is just the sketch. We're just getting some of the information down. There's some in those trees, but really not too much to sweat over. There is this part of the building we still need to draw. And then there's some stuff in the distance. Things in the distance have broken up edges. Now there's a tree right in here that's closer to us. I've got to treat it a little bit different. This tree is back further. This tree is closer, so we're seeing some parts that our little birdies can fly through. And you get it, right? There's a little shadow on our roof there. We've got this tree hanging over, and then it comes back this way, and then this gets knocked out and done right here. And then there's some shadows on this roof because that tree is hanging over like that. Right here is our reflection, but first I'm gonna do some little rocks and goodness right there. Now we've got a reflection right here, a reflection here, here, and this is gonna come like this with this water. And then there's some little pebbles right in here. This water is really low. Oh my goodness, they didn't get much snow that year. And then there's a little more shading. A couple more little rocks. And, well, you gotta leave a place to sign your name. And that's a good place to stop. So we can see that whole little sketch. So this is bigger than a thumbnail. Okay. This little thing like that. There's one little thing I want to do, and I talked about it. And what I'm going to do is just take a little brush, just a little bit of water, and I'm going to take a little bit of that ink and knock down that roof white. Okay. There we go. Nice. If you were using a pencil, you can do that with the graphite too. Alrighty. Now, let's do another fun rendering. This is the one I already did here. That was just me planning for all 15 of you with all 8 thumbs up. So, this one, I already did all the lines. But if you don't believe me, I'm being silly. This is why I use the plexi, so we can see through it. So, right out here, way over here is our vanishing point. So right here, this line would go out, all the way out that way. And something weird about the edge of that. So I'm gonna use this edge. Here we go. So there's a vanishing point out here. I don't have enough paper. So now this is gonna come this way. So there's another vanishing point this way right here. Coming back. Now the vanishing point for this one on our roof is right here. Okay. So we've got some verticals. That's going to be right there. There's a vertical. There's a vertical. Now let's look at this roof. This side of the roof is a little bit higher, and this side's lower. Things that are closer to us are taller. Okay. These little, I thought about putting 2 bellows, but I'm just going to go with 1 today. Just time's sake, this is going to kick out like this. I don't need to be going too hard on you. There we go. There's that little bellow. I don't know why there's a bellow. I think they just want a little more decoration on this one. Which is adorable. And this is also going back to the vanishing point. Okay, this should have went back to the vanishing point. I'm a slacker. This vanishing point goes back this way, but that's a whole nother lesson. We're gonna go from this corner to that corner. There's this little thing here, little thing there, like this. There's a little fence, or not a fence, just a guardrail so the horses don't jump off before they go through the bridge. Right in there. We're going to put some stones coming on down into here, some stones. These are nice and organic, and then there's some grasses that comes down to the water. We'll make this look a little more older kind of bridge with some different slats of wood. Then we'll drop down for a lovely textured cast shadow. There's this side of the foundation. Again, here's some other stones, nice and loose. Then we got some boulders, and then our water, and then we've got some grasses. This fence right in here. There's going to be these little slats. This is called rhythm. There's this line that we're going off of, and there's these little windows. So I draw a line so I know where the top of those little windows are. Now there's one little window here, 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 here. All right, so there's 5, because this is boring, this is interesting, okay? I hired a guy, I gave him 5 jobs to do. Job number 1, job number 2, job number 3, job number 4, job number 5. And I got home, and he only did job number 1, job number 3, and job number 5. And I said, hey, why did you only do jobs 1, 3, and 5? He goes, I only do odd jobs. Ba-doom, boom. Psh, there's your dad joke for the day. All right, I'm just being silly. There's this little fence back there, like that. I'm gonna put a little tree on this side over here, like this. Maybe another little bush here. And I'll put another little tree. Thanks, Artie Ross. Artie Ross gave me a ha ha ha, like that. All right, so I can do all this in pencil, or we can try. Yay, Susan Little, giggle, giggle, giggle. Hey, you gotta have joy, okay? I'm gonna tell you what, like, you need to have some joy. They didn't call it joy of watercolor for nothing. The opposite of joy is fear. And I don't know about you, but I don't want fear. I think people just use the word joy for Christmas time. I think joy can be used all year long. We can bring joy. You probably might be bringing joy by just creating a new piece of artwork that someone that can't even dry flies or fleas in water can really appreciate a nice little painting. All right, where is my tape? Do. Here we go. Do I really need tape? I don't know. Sure, why not? I just get some tape by the bundle. Eric asked me to share. I did a lovely little painting session with some folks today, and and the question was, how do you charge for something like that? And you've got to ask yourself, what is your time worth? All right. So what would it be worth for you to give up the rest of your day of painting or half a day painting? And so when I get some watercolor societies or some folks that say, hey, we would like you to come teach our people to paint, what do you charge? And you need to be ready for that question. So usually they want me for 8 hours, and we usually take an hour lunch break. And so they usually buy me lunch. That's kind of nice. And so they let me know that. And so for me, it's $650. And so that's for the society. They then figure out how much they want to charge their people, and they can only fit so many people in a building. So that's usually like a weekend rate, but sometimes they go, hey, we were wondering if maybe you can do a little half day thing with some of our people that haven't signed up yet. And we do like a little pre-class. So then I do a 350 kind of deal. And so, but there's other ways of doing this. Is, well, some of the groups also pay for your flight and hotel, and those things should be considered. What other things could be considered if you're going to facilitate a program is, are they going to have their own art supplies? That is really good to know. Or are you going to have to supply everyone the art supplies? These are questions you gotta ask your folks, because if you don't, you won't be able to prepare. So I do rent out some really nice kits where people can just show up and try some really great art supplies. Daniel Smith paint and Escuda brushes, and it just depends on, are these people beginners? Are they just a fun art group that kind of gets together? All that stuff, you just communicate with whoever's going to facilitate and gather everyone up for this event. And so, great question, Eric. I'm sure people now are just so grateful that you asked that question. It's fun to get out there and teach, and you really only need to be a step ahead of the group. You just like if you were to take people out on a trail, you probably, hopefully, have been out on that trail a few times before you start taking people out. This little trail of, I don't know, to go see the little trail that has the eagles. You can tell them stuff, like hopefully there's, so can you facilitate? Now, if you could teach a class or a group on maybe color theory or the color wheel or perspective, as long as you are ready to answer some questions from some folks that is key. Now, some folks appreciate if you have a little syllabus that they could pick up their little art supplies. Some people are a little more needier than others, and hopefully you can facilitate the needy people. And it's you really gotta have a heart for just bringing and introducing people to watercolor. I got some line work going on here. So what we have is some lines, some dots, and some dashes. That's what I'm doing here. So this little fun sketch is gonna have some little character to it. I like doing this. This is on watercolor paper, and I'm gonna check. I saw some things flying up. I will answer the chat just here, just a sec. I'm gonna get most of this down, and then you all can get like kind of caught up. And these little fun sketches, people like to purchase. It's a nice little extra income that you can have for yourself. Here's those fun little other boards. Sometimes there's little gaps in these boards coming on down like this, like that, and it's gonna probably cut through some letters here, which will be wonderful. These are just little dashes and lines and dots. And the thing is you gotta just change it up. You can't make it all. You don't want to fall asleep here. You want to kind of be present, enjoying this process. I like maybe putting the other side of this. There's a other side of our covered bridge. I was such a silly guy. During our workshop, everybody was giggling at me. I kept calling the bridge barns. I guess I really do like barns too. There's this side here coming down, and all this is in shadow. And I'm gonna switch to this other marker. Dun dun dun. Hey, where'd you go, buddy? There he is. This is the blue one. This is the green one. This one has a little more flexible tip and puts out more ink. And that's the only reason why I hopped over to this one here. I want this flexible nib. See that? All right, and then this is all in shadows, but these are these wonderful rocks and whatnot. This goes across. And then over here is this slab of these little bricks, and make them fun and unique. Coming in over here and down, I'm making them fun and different. And then there's some grass. You can turn this sideways just like your brush, like this. Okay, and let's make these slabs look like they're nice and strong. They're not going to crush anytime soon. There's a couple of more right over here. These are fun. These black and whites, you can print these up and do like cards. And people love still to buy cards. People still mail things. Well, at least I do. Oh, there's some little grasses. These are little round, little boop bumpers. These are like a big papa, a mama, and a baby bear. So just change them up. There we go. Some little grasses right in here. All right. We gotta put a shadow on these boards. And let's put some shadows down here underneath. This is underneath our covered bridge. There's a shadow on this water down here. And this comes out now, like for our water. Over here is a nice little rock. And a couple other little slabs of rocks over down here. This is where we want to have our little picnic later. You know. And then, what about these corner slabs? That's like right here. So those little slabs need to be made, but they're smaller because they're on the other side of the river. But make them strong. And I'm gonna look at the comments right when I get this little slabs done, and then you can get your answer. Boom, boom, boom. And then there's some slabs right there, and then little bumps like of grass coming down. Bumps of grass, bumps, bumps, bumps. Bump, 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 bumps, 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 bumps. All right. Do. Let me see what's in the comments. What do we have? What do we have? It says, Aloha, Gabriel. And thank you, Christina. We've got some laughter going on in here. We got General from Indiana. Did you send the picture for Saturday? I did. I will resend it tonight. Hello from Texas. Yep, from Susan Little, who took last Saturday's workshop. And then hello from beautiful Arizona. And yes, I read all those. You guys just must be hard at work at drawing. Susan Little, when should I expect the last Saturday recording? Did you not get it? I thought I sent it to you in Messenger. But I'll double check for you. I'm so sorry. I sent it to everybody. Interesting. Let's go ahead and put some other lines. I'm going to go back to my thinner. This is the blue Tombow. There's some little small lines, worn out wood right in here, like this. And right in here, this lower half, this is just some wood grains. And if you just kind of just get in here nice and loose, you're making smaller ones as they go back, like that. Now, we're going to put some other boards that are kind of loose. So, I'm switch back over here. There's some boards here that are a little worn out. There's this board. And let's make a smaller one there. And back here, there's one. Let's go up in here, a real heck of a doozy right in there. Look at that. Jeez. Would they fix this poor guy? Would they give him a new coat of paint? Well, what we're missing is some little textures in the wood over here on this one. Coming in here. So you just have some fun and put some of this stuff in here. And don't spend too much time. Definitely don't get a ruler. Come on. Leave those rulers out. Okay. Now, there's got to be some shadows, but I think I want that word joy in there. It's cute. We're going to put the word joy here. And I sketched it with pencil, and now I'm going to make it look like at one time was painted on there. Like this. And it was hand painted, so it's not really that pretty. And this O is here, like this. And center the O right there. And right here, we're gonna darken this. Look at that. And make it look worn out. Don't make it too pretty letters, because that's not gonna look old-timey and weathered. This goes vertically. Painted right in here, because when it rains it wears out. So don't be going horizontal up and down. Make this look like it is weathered. There we go. And you know, it's time for me to clean out my email. You know, you sign up for all these different email things, and then they're just sending you like 5 and 6 of them daily, and you're like, gosh, you guys are just filling up my mailbox. And now I got the mailbox police saying, hey, you need to put another terabyte, or you need to clean out your mailbox. And you're going, well, it feels like I just cleaned it out last month. Jeez. That's fun. Look at that. Isn't that cute? So, let's put a shadow underneath this roof. And let me check the time. All right, we are 3 minutes over, but let's go for another 15 minutes. Why not? These are gonna be some there's gonna be some shadowing under here. And then I'm doing more lines, but don't cover up those windows. Like this. There we go. And this is a shadow underneath the little roof there. And I'm gonna go upward dog for my yoga people out there. There we go. And look at this little shadow underneath the eaves. When you get most of that lovely stuff in, we're now gonna come in here and get picky and clean that up, finish it off like this. And then when we get around those windows, just give it a little more dark so that those windows are a little more prominent. Don't color it in too much like a coloring book. What's gonna happen is then it's gonna look like Spot. You remember Spot? Who's Spot? Put in the chat if you know who Spot is. I'll give you a hint. The Little Rascals. Oh, yeah, I did. I just brought back some nostalgia. There's a shadow. Now, this shadows under here are much more solid. This front here has got some shadowing too. So make that edge. Now this gets some shadow in here. Don't overextend your roof. You don't want those bad lines on there. No, no, no. So take your time. But this should have the shadow, and you got to do some negative painting with positive attitude right here. There, look at that. And we got the front here. We are almost done. You don't think so, but there's not much more. There's a little sign here. And this sign says the height. So it wants to tell you that this is 6 foot 8. That's really low. So we're gonna make that 16. Nice. Deb says there's some little wood warpage here going vertical. Now look at this. We got a bush coming this way. And we're gonna now shade that bush here. We get that fence. Now we kind of just get a little bit darker. So there's actually a bush and then another bush kind of darker like that. And then it's got to come on the other side of that fence. And bring it on down. Now we got this fence coming here like that. And shucks, I was supposed to put a person right here. Poop. I still can. Here's a head. And then here's a body. And down here, ooh, there's the legs. Shoot, that was close. And here's his ball cap. Yep, there he is. Woo! Now, the inside. Oh, but wait. There's a tree over here. And a tree coming like this. And then there's another tree here. This is gonna go now dark because it's in the shadows of the tree. That's right. See that? We're doing this thing called contrast, ladies and gentlemen. Pretty cool. And there's some shading here. Just do these all. I got a mama, a papa, and a baby bear shape. And now this. Kick it out. Go to the roof and out. Like that. Keep them all in the same direction. Coming this way. Now we go back the other way. Now we go in between. Make sure it's in between. Now this gets a little darker right in here. There's that roof. Like that. Now we kick back this way. Isn't this fun? Sorry, it's not watercolor, but if you're not doing these also, I'm still going in the same direction. But now don't fill it in. We still just need to build up the values, okay? And I'm gonna kick it over here just a touch more. There. Now, this roof kicks back this way. This texture, right like that. This little corner gets a little bit darker because there's some shadows. Then we've got this piece of texture. Now you can take some time and really put something smaller, but people that live next to these old ones that still have wood on it, they will really appreciate this. All right, this bellow here, just tighten this thing up. This has got some lovely shapes right here. This is darker. This is darker here. There's this edge coming this way. And there's this. We'll put a little wind thing right here. And there's a little bit dark, some little textures on this part. And usually there's like a little indent right here on those bellows. Like that, and then some texture. And a little bit darker for some definition. Look at that. How fun! If you are watching this on the replay and you're drawing along with me, let me know. I'm curious. Now the inside, and then we're done. Other than if I go back to this smaller pen, diminishing little dots and dashes in here, I can just do some stippling and some little rounded things. Don't get anything too hard. That's almost too hard right there. I might have to make those some people. Some little dots. And there's some trees. Just nice little dots. Not too close together. There we go. And then one nice little dark line coming from this edge. And that could be good. I'm now drawing on tape. Silly guy. Inside, and then we're done. We're done. Because I've already gone 10 minutes too long. I apologize. I'm such a bad instructor. I'm going to put the boards in here first. This board comes here, and there's a board there. Now, this gets some shading in here, but leave like what we do with watercolor, some kiss lines. Okay, now smaller, and now I'm doing these little circles. There's little circles. I'm filling in little circles. I have to have different texture. So what I'm doing is like, we did these. Now I'm doing little circles like this. See that? You're incredible instructor, Gabriel. Thank you, Artie Ross. You're too kind. Now, I'm doing these little circles because why? On the other side of our little building is got light and whatnot coming through that. And what we're seeing is light coming through on the other side. You know, this lovely texture we got over here. So we're gonna just build up these little darks. And this is actually what we would do in tattooing when I was a tattooer. You would take that needle and fill in the color or the solid. We would do this with the machine, with the needle, and fill that in. And if you didn't do a good job, you would know when you wiped away the ink. So in here, though, I need texture, so I'm leaving some of those little bits and pieces. And the things that you learn on this channel. Yeah, I never knew he did tattoos. What? I thought he was just a good Christian boy. Alright. This gets to go darker in there. And we should have something like that. Now, for just for the heck of it, I'm gonna go like this. Oops, there's this tree here. Whoa, I almost forgot about you, buddy. Sorry, dude. Little guy, he said, oh, nice. All right, now, before I take off the tape, I'm gonna draw a little line along the tape. So take your time, draw your line. If you go too fast, what happens is, so I did this on watercolor paper, just like last week. If you were with us last week, see that? I went too fast, and I just did a boo-boo. See this? That's a boo-boo. Oh my goodness, now I got it. All right. It is past my dinner. It's dinner time. You're worth it. Do you know that? You are worth it. So, there we go. Now, tape reveal. Did I have to do the tape? No, but I like this little sketchbook. It's got little tape ones around it, and it's gonna be just super cute. Look at that, ladies and gentlemen. Get ready to do a screenshot. And there we have a really, really nice value study. I can nitpick this thing and be really mean to myself, but why? After doing all that fun work, why would you want to just say, oh, you missed this part, oh, you missed that part? Just do these, and you too will come up with some really neat stuff. But what has to happen, though, is it's got to be signed. So where do you sign it? Like, holy cow. Well, guess what? Right here. Why? Because it's just going to look really nice. I have to do this Gabriel. That's Gabriel. Stockton. That's me, Gabriel Stockton. And this is a covered bridge. If you're doing a specific covered bridge, you can put covered bridge. And this one was Pennsylvania, PA. And you could put the date or not. It doesn't matter. This could be a little more solid here. Just that one section. And there we go. this is an area where my brain just doesn't have to think. This area, my brain doesn't have to think. This area, my brain doesn't have to think. But look, Papa shape, Mama shape, Baby bear shape. You need these different shapes in your wonderful little compositions that's going to build. So if you weren't with us last week, we did this one. You can go back and watch that video. Enjoy. Let me just check the comments real quick. And yeah, I'm up to date on the comments. Oh, CR was late. Oh, so sorry. I'm glad you're here now. You can watch the replay. And all right. So I will be messaging those that are waiting for some messages from me. I'm gonna go enjoy my chicken tortilla soup. I have now lost 64 pounds. Somewhere in there. And healthy and strong. And these just paintings and pictures just get better and better. And so I hope you too are taking good of your health. And I hope this encouraged you today to just keep on with your watercolor journey. We may even someday color this, but put in the comments some other wonderful things that you'd like to do. I am considering this one-time class. I have this one video that it's one of those little 60-minute shorts. And what I'm thinking is, I'll come to a fresh thing of paper, is a lot of you want to learn how to do some of this. This is picture framing. I have a short 60-second video. Those videos are called seconds, but you folks, because the algorithm tells me this, you folks like these long lives. So there's people that watch long content, and then there's other people that watch the 60-second content. But I have a video, I talk about custom framing, but I am open to the thought, and let me know. January, February, March, we're in March, so April or May. April, yep, April or May, we do a Zoom masterclass on custom framing. Now, we might have to break it up into a two-parter, because we will have to talk about cutting mats for your art. Okay, we will have to talk about all the different types of frames and how that looks like for just for your customer or for a contest. We will have to then talk about the type of hardware. Some people don't even know what a D-ring is. It's a thing that goes on the back. But they thought this was a D-ring, and this isn't. This is an eyelet screw. So knowing the difference, and how do you put the wire on the back of this picture, and why you would not use a sawtooth. So we would look at the different types of frame, the different types of matting, and then what I call the sandwich of framing, and how the little tricks and tips of buttoning this up, whether if it's wood or metal, or the different types of hanging systems that go into the wall, whether if it's molding on a wall and it's a wire, and this is a wire, and then you hang your picture here, or you use this device that holds the picture on the wall that doesn't mark up your walls. If you were to hang your own show, and where could you hang your art? Some ideas are like a cafe. Now, a cafe, it's going to be a certain amount of money. Not everybody's going to buy expensive piece. So, but what if you know a hair salon? And that hair salon, they charge a good amount of money. Or you know this restaurant, that's a really expensive restaurant. And what type of frames would you put, and how would you price your art, and knowing that? And so if that's something that you're interested in, put it in the comments. I will be putting out, if you haven't signed up on the newsletter, sign up, or just email me at info@Gabriel Stockton, that's me, fineart.com. Or you just go to Gabriel Stockton, fineart.com, sign up on the pop-up that says put me on the newsletter. I will be sending out a poll through the MailChimp, and you can select, do you want to learn how to cut mats? Do you want to learn how to button it up? Where can you go buy plexiglass that's really cheap? There's a deep, dark secret out there. It's not dark, it's just a secret. It's not Home Depot, okay? It's not Lowe's. There's another place that you can get this stuff. So let me know if that's something you're interested in. The algorithm's blowing up this 60-second video. You can go watch it now and see what it shows, and you can also put a comment too. Yes, longer video. All right, thank you so much. This is what we worked on today, and we looked at putting together this wonderful picture. We also went over here, and how do you use these perspective lines to create this wonderful thing that looks like a really nice structure. So I appreciate you. Thank you for encouraging my behavior. Have a wonderful evening, day, morning. Take care. Keep those brushes wet. Keep just doing your art adventure, because you are going to inspire this world through your beautiful little pictures. Thank you again. My name is Gabriel Stockton, and I will see you next Wednesday for Watercolor Wednesday. See you in the next video. Bye. Thank you so much, Debbie. Thank you, Mike. Thank you, Artie Ross. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, CR. All right, take care. Bye. 12 thumbs up and 12 people. Good night.